Hey everyone, how's it going? You can see me in the mirror, we can look at each other. Yeah, actually the point of this video kind of focuses on that. And I'm sorry, I've a lot of videos recently. I'm just trying to work through finalizing these setups, and I'm a little bit bored. So I know you're all terribly thrilled to get more of me, right? But anyway, how funny is this, right? I've got the New York Rangers and Pittsburgh Penguins on the MacBook Air. I'm sitting at my little kind of home bar area in the man cave down here. And I'm just thinking, like, why have I resisted for so long putting a TV up here, like perhaps a 32? I've got a spare that I've had for a while. It's not in use, like a 32 incher would be perfect. Because I'm sitting maybe like 46 inches off the wall, so that'd be the perfect size TV to put up there. So silly. This is humorous. This is hilarious. I'm sitting here with this. It's like, I just kind of love the aesthetic appeal of the French chateau cellar. I put the poutre réparance and that wall pediment, everything. It's beautiful. And to top it off, of course, you have to have an ornate Persian rug. So it's very French. It's beautiful. I love it. But there'd be no purpose of. I'm just going to have to put a TV up there. I would like that a lot more. I don't know. I found this kind of humorous. Wanted to share it with you. Look at me. 15-inch laptop screen. But in terms of some of the things I was talking about, I guess, so we can do that. I've got some memorabilia, collectibles, Georgia Bulldogs. I've collected so much stuff like this over the years. I love it. I love video games, always have, but I grew up playing everything. I still love watching everything. Sports is like one of my main passions in life. In a non-academic sense, of course, I'm into all kinds of other things: reading, writing, foreign languages, history, politics, art, culture, travel. But we're all diverse people, are we not? I have many different interests. But so this is about a 60 square foot closet or so, and I've done several videos in here that you can reference. I love to try and be silly and entertain you with my videos. Sometimes it works, sometimes it don't. But anyway, so yeah, it's kind of a mess, but it's large. And there's the room I was talking about. Like, if you go back there, that's how you get up here to do electrical work. And we'll take a brief little waltz in here as well. So with these, they are on dimmers, which is cool. So you can see. I don't know if the camera captures the effect so nicely or not, but quite like that. And oh gosh, let's YouTube. Probably get me. I gotta fast forward through the commercials, or I'll get an ad placed on my video. And I don't charge people. There's no paywall here. My content isn't good enough for that. I've never felt the need to do it, so I don't want to have ads. If any ads pop up on my videos that you guys have been watching over the years, it's not by my doing. It's just something that they copyrighted and they're trying to profit off of. My videos don't get enough attention or views for them to make anything like a cup more than, I don't know, $1 or $2 a year. So it's silly. But anyway, yeah, Rangers and Penguins. Let's go Rangers. They just buried the biscuit twice there in the span of a couple of minutes. Good team, man. I think Peter Laviolette, Massachusetts boy. We'll see what they do in the playoffs. There's a couple of teams I like. I've got my eyes on. I just love the sport. But anyway, so we're back in here. But with several of the videos that I had talked about earlier this week, this is just a visualization of what I had just talked about at my little coffee pot up there. So this room being fairly sizable, like this is the one that the guy was using as a wine cellar, and he had an elaborate rack of stuff. It was really cool. But so like I really imagine, I finished off the room more proper because I installed all of this stuff. None of it was here. It was just blank and empty. And I mean, the aesthetic is second to none. I think it's beautiful. I'm really happy with my work in both of these rooms. I set this up and I liked it for a little while. Sometimes when you're doing this, you go through several different iterations of what you're trying to arrange. So, yeah, when I finally got all the software out and put it on these old shelves that I had at my previous abode, it's been several months now, and this is really cool. It came out quite nicely. I like it, but different plans. Not sure if the software is in my future. I like ODE flashcards, multi-boards, JAMA stuff running on actual hardware. But it's just not. Oops, sorry. Don't feel like some game stuff on the floor. I'm going in a different direction with stuff. So that's it. Don't look back, look forward. But what I had talked about a little bit, I guess, was a reaarranging as the JAMA machine for arcade PCBs in the PS4, because I just like the versatility of the setup that I've arranged here. It's a nice little arcade box. MAME OS X and Sega Saturn ODE. So switchers would be, as I mentioned in the previous video, I've never felt the need to employ them because you don't really need to when you have this many monitors. Maybe put them to use now, because if I'm kind of moving down to like 4 or 3 monitors, which you've seen the size of that room in there, they could easily fit. So probably just 3. And I know I had talked about doing that in this room actually, like last year. And I had told you guys, I suppose, I've probably told you several times now, that I started to dismantle this wall and then put it back up. And I like to do that. I like to give things some time. So I was having a lot of different ideas with how to set up the space. And there's something else I'd rather do with it that I think would be more enjoyable for all. And you'll see that when it happens. But if we waltz back over to here. So you can easily, you could easily fit 3 monitors on that wall and still have shelving space. This one probably for whatever odds and ends you want to keep. But the idea, the goal, the plan is to initialize some sort of downsizing project. So you got to start somewhere, and it takes you sometimes a long time to reach the point where you kind of ultimately finally decide that is in the cards for the future. That's what you want to do. So that's kind of where we are. What a long journey. Because I've been here since 2021, and as I've said, it's shocking to believe that it's already 2024. But I think with all of us so many people have done large, elaborate game room setups, you're constantly tweaking, rearranging, adding, subtracting. So this is nothing new. As you've watched my videos over the years, you've seen that occur, and myriad other individuals. I've seen that with their videos. So it's nothing new, nothing exciting. I just like to chronicle the process because I enjoy making videos, but that's kind of what I'm thinking about at the moment. And I know people are gonna, it's my whatever. I don't think anyone really cares, but I do like these, man. And for the kind of theme I want to have in there, I think they're more fitting than like the candy cabs. So I don't know, I do want to keep these and probably like put them on the wall in here. The great thing about this room is that it doubles as I could talk, guest bedroom as well, because easily you pull that out, comes out, it's a queen size bed when it comes out, and you could still have arcade cabs on the wall here too. Even a Super Neo 29 could go there, but I don't know. I was just thinking, I like kind of have those faux cabinets look better, and the reason being is that obviously my makeshift setups, they're pro gear spec, best monitors in the world, best control sticks, actual hardware, all this stuff in MAME that works really well. But it just doesn't look as much like a tavern, lounge, barcade, whatever, man cave, however you'd like to refer to it, as these do. So imagine if I just had, with the theme and ambience I'm trying to create in there, just a couple of these like on that wall. I just don't think it would look as great. But the gamer in you still wants to keep around some pro gear spec equipment, right? So if you relegate it to this space, it's not so much of an eyesore or anything like that. So that works quite nicely. And you can keep your other stuff going around. And that wall could be arcade one-ups or like my mini cube or the other Neo Geo cabinets, which, oh boy, they're heavy. So they're like 215 pounds. To get them down the hill here would be quite the task, but managed with all this stuff, so it's always possible. Just those are really the kind of various ideas I have. And what I'd like to do in here, there is a possibility as well that with such a small cabinet, it could even be cornered and be fine, and maybe even another one out, like if I decide to get them out of storage and move them over here. So really, in an ideal scenario, you'd be able to put like maybe a Neo candy cab there and a mini cube there, something like that. And then I'll talk about, like I said, in the future, what I want to do that's going to consume a lot of space in here. And then with these two, you know, they could go on this wall. And I don't know if I wanted to add a couple more to have like a little North America. They're so cheap now, the sales. To have like a 80s retro North American cab wall. I know they're replicas, but I like them. I don't like a lot of things about them, and I've talked about that, but I like them enough to want to go forward and do something like that with it. Anyway, watch this Rangers Pins game. I can't do that either. They'll flag me. Okay, I'll talk to you guys later. How's it going? As you can see, the TV's not up there on the wall yet. You know, I thought I had a spare kind of mounting bracket rack type of thing that I had used in the past. Can't seem to locate it, so I'm gonna have to procure a new one of those. And you know, I could just be watching it in the other room, but I don't know. Sometimes it's just like when I have more people over, the larger TV, but when I'm just going solo watching, I just like to, I don't know, be in here. It'd be great if I could be watching up there. I'll get to that this week. Yeah, happy St. Patrick's Day. We got Atleti Barça. Always a classic match, important for Champions League positioning for us for next season. But anyway, so I've started to, I might go in there a little bit and show you what I've done so far. Kind of started to move some things around. And if I don't get around to doing that, because I wanted to do a dedicated video with that. If I don't do that tonight, I'll do it sometime this week. But yeah, anyway, happy St. Patrick's Day to everyone. And yeah, talk to you later. ¡Qué fracaso! Sin Griezmann no hay una fiesta. Vamos, dale Atleti, te sigo a todas partes, yo te quiero. Vamos a dar la vuelta a todo el mundo. Volveremos a ser campeones, tal vez la próxima temporada.